Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I'm coming at you from Hawaii with my top trend prediction for accessories in 2019, and I'm so excited about this one because I feel like I did some really sneaky, really good online shopping to find you lots of alternatives. So if you don't believe me, you've got to look at these photos because hair bows are back in such a big way. I've seen them on so many fashion bloggers. The Duchess of Cambridge wore them beautifully in a very simple way that I think can kind of inspire me at least, and maybe some of you, to consider this as an option that can be office appropriate. And if you needed any more inspiration, you always have Madeline and Eloise, of course, who wore them in their respectively very luxurious atmospheres of Paris or the Plaza in New York. So I'm going to show you my top hair bows, how I plan to pull this trend off. I do think it's supposed to be a fun one, and it's one that also makes a nice contrast to slightly more formal adult looking clothing as well, or you can go all out and wear them super girly and big. It's one of those trends that's going to be what you make of it. It's also one that's really affordable if you find the right ones, or it can be very luxurious if you want to go with a bit more of an of the moment brand. So let me show you that first, and then let me promise you that I have some really amazing affordable options coming your way during this video. So the first one I purchased is the one that I had seen worn by a lot of fashion bloggers, by Jennifer Behr. And Jennifer Behr does two key styles for hair bows. There's a big one and then there's a really little one, and I'm going to show you a dupe of that one in a bit so you'll see what that one sort of looks like. But I decided to go with the more dramatic one to see what it sort of was going to be like quality wise after seeing it on so many blogs. So first off, you can see this bow has some really great detailing in that it's very simple. It's going to be really easy to wear with a lot of different outfits. I've seen ones that have a lot more spangles or that are just a lot harder to wear. It's also got a clip on it. There are two key styles that I've seen a lot. One is with the ponytail holder, the other one is with a medium-sized clip like this. Now, for someone with a lot of hair like me, this is not going to hold all of my hair, so I could either clip it into an already existing low ponytail, or I could wear my hair half up with it, which is actually a style that I really like. Another thing to look for is that the velvet is very soft but still has structure to it. So I've seen lots of bows that are very floppy. I don't have any to show you here because I wouldn't buy that, but they kind of don't hold their shape well, which I think makes the style look less polished than it should be. The fabric is nice and soft and thick as well, so it has that kind of luxurious textured velvet kind of look that you want to get from these hair accessories. What I don't like, for the hefty price point of $152 at Neiman Marcus, I'll link it down below in case anybody does want to purchase it, is how it's finished. There are lots of ways this could have been finished, but what surprised me is that it really appears as if it hasn't been finished at all. So there's little frayed threads going on, and it's not the kind of thing that you want to have look bohemian. It just doesn't really work. I will be returning this one at $152. I just cannot justify it, but I am going to put it on first so that you can take a quick look at how the Jennifer Behr one looks, and then we can compare it to some other options that I have. So this is, I think, the easiest way maybe to wear a hair bow is in a half up kind of style. To me, this whole thing is very like a Belle from Beauty and the Beast as well. And I've chosen to wear it with a pretty girly dress as well, but try and imagine this as well, how it would look with a nice blazer or just something really simple. Or in half up, you can also put your hair at the back. That's how I've seen a lot of bloggers wear it. Very simple. I really like the medium size of it, the way it has a nice amount of structure. On to option number 2. Now this one is a little bit more tongue-in-cheek, but of course you can DIY this style. You could make your own clip, or you don't even need to get that crafty. You can just go ahead and get some nice ribbon. Now one option is to just go to your local craft store, and for $152, let me tell you, you're going to be able to get enough ribbon to wrap not only your hair, but pretty much the hair of probably every single other person you know. If you're just using plain ribbon, I recommend doing a hair elastic like I just did. This bow did not even require a trip to the craft store. Rather, I ordered some shoes from Net-a-Porter, and this is the ribbon that comes with all of those orders. I'm not sure what sort of tool they use to cut it, but there's actually less fraying on this Net-a-Porter ribbon that came for free than there was on that Jennifer Behr one. And I really like that it's two-tone, so it's got the cream and the black, and it's grosgrain. And you can just go ahead and tie one yourself. If you want to see a lot of hair bow talk and inspiration, I recommend the Instagram account by, I think her last name is Holmes, but her signature is the So Many Thoughts series on Insta Stories. I will link her down below. It's all about the royal family and trends that Kate and Meghan wear all the time, and she has some really interesting witty commentary on all of that. You have to sort of see it to understand, but the hair bow style is one that she really caught on with. She's a seasoned journalist herself, and so I think spotting things that are going to be big is a talent of hers, and I started sort of noticing them everywhere once I saw that, and yeah, definitely something to check out if you enjoy that sort of content. Anyhow, that inspired me to kind of go for it and experiment with the trend a little bit, and I think it's one that we're going to see quite a lot and that I plan on having quite a lot of fun with over the next season. So this one I think is a perfect dupe of the original Jennifer Behr. I think the black one has actually sold out at a lot of retailers, but it's still available at Neiman, so I'll link her version down below, but it's from an Etsy store. I like to think of this one as a Parisian style, and what I mean when I say that is that it's a little bit more structured and it's completely straight, so it's a very horizontal bow. It's got a clip on the back, although you can get it with a ponytail holder as well, and then it's just two ribbons straight down in a thick velvet, so it doesn't really float or flop about at all. It's very structured, and I think this is the one that would look the best with suit wear as well. So I'm going to put this on so you can see what it looks like, and I have no affiliation with this store, but I do want to speak highly of it. It is a small business in Korea run by a very nice lady. It's called Very Shine, and I will link it down below, and everything I'm going to show you from now on is going to be from that store because I placed a large order, and she included a few freebies as well. And it was just a really, really good experience because the quality of everything I've received, I think, is actually superior to the Jennifer Behr bow that I received. It's a very kind of Eloise, Parisian-looking bow, and it's very easy to wear because it's not too big. It doesn't really have too much movement going on either. It would look really good on a low ponytail just clipped in too. And some of you may or may not have noticed that I shared one of my Very Shine bows just for the Christmas photo with Lady as well. So she is also a poodle bow lover. Something you can share with your canines if you want to. I know this video is not an April Fool's joke, although I feel like it's starting to sound like it. So yeah, I think this is probably my very favorite just in terms of how much I'm going to be able to wear it. Second favorite hair accessory is not actually a clip-on bow at all like I've been seeing on influencers. This is my theory for 2019 that we're going to see the return of the Blair Waldorf headband. And occasionally on very special days I get compliments from the occasional subscriber that tells me that my outfit or my style in some way reminds them of Blair Waldorf, and I think that comparison is like one of the ultimate compliments I can get. I'm not big into comparisons in life, but I absolutely loved that show, and Blair Waldorf was definitely my favorite person on the show. So also like the way the Very Shine one at least is pretty flat to the head, so it doesn't stick out a lot, which I think is how you kind of differentiate bows from a lot of children's hair accessories. Those tend to be bigger and they tend to be more three-dimensional as well, whereas the adult ones, I think the good ones, tend to be a little bit closer to the head. So this comes in lots of colors, but I really like the black one. I'm not sure which side of my parting it looks better on. I actually think it looks better this way. And I just love how effortless it is, but instantly everything you wear looks that much more pulled together. It's like a kind of modern New York Blair Waldorf style crown. Now if you want to go all out, you do have the option of the Texas hair bow. And what I like about the Texas hair bow is that although it's extremely large, a little bit over the top if we're being honest, it's actually, again, pretty flat against the head. So it's very large. I think this one will look better clipped into a ponytail worn low. And this is definitely going to be one that, if you wear this, it's going to be the central kind of part of your outfit, and you're going to want to keep everything else pretty pared down. I'm just going to clip it into my ponytail. I also have this one, which I think would look especially beautiful on lighter hair, on blonde hair like my mom's. It's a really pretty kind of maca champagne color. And when you're looking at a smaller bow like this, what you're able to do is also get more options for how you're going to wear it. So you could do a kind of style like this where you just kind of clip it in and it looks a little bit more casual, or of course you could do a half updo. Or of course you could do a half updo style as well. And then finally, the Kate Middleton hair bow. So this one was the one that was worn by the Duchess of Cambridge, in that it is actually quite small. I'd say it's like small medium. It's velvet, it's black, very, very demure, and it's on a ponytail holder. So it really is going to look best on a low or high ponytail. I really like this style with a high ponytail because I think you get a good view of the bow from more angles that way. And it plays up the schoolgirl sort of look, but in a very subtle way because of the size of the bow. I did a brush and mirror for this one, but this is the ponytail holder like the Duchess of Cambridge wore actually on 2 occasions. And what I like about it is that as you move your head, you get a little bit of movement from the tails on the bow, but it's very, very subtle. And that is it for all my hair accessories. I will link everything I mentioned down below. I hope you have some fun with this trend like I have been. It was really a treat to shop for all of this and think of different options that would work for my life at least. So honorable mention to headbands, which I think will also be big with and without bows. You might find some jeweled ones as well that you like. I definitely am planning on perhaps adding some more of those to my collection. And then second honorable mention goes to the underdog, the scrunchie that I really thought was dead forever. I did not ever think that this would come back and be in again, but I'm starting to see it more and more. And so I actually got this as a freebie with my Very Shine order. Really like the eggplant color I got sent. I don't know that I'll be wearing it out of the house anytime soon, but you never know. I think hair accessories are going to come back in a big way, and we'll be surprised at the ones that we all fall in love with. So I hope you have fun with this too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next installment on style. Bye!